Does that work? Why did that mute? That's bizarre. There we go. Right, welcome along, everyone. How are we all doing? Change the lighting on this down a little bit. Hope we are all well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got ourselves a good week this week. And the highlight, the best bit of the week, is one of my favourite combos. Road Atlanta. We've only really, when we've raced it, it's mostly in the daily races, it's Group 3 or Group 4. Tends to normally be actually Group 4 a lot of the time, doesn't it? But we've had a couple of other categories here. Some of the MX5 categories is quite good. A few other bits and pieces. Anyway, all good stuff. But we've got ourselves a good race this week. It's Group 3. We've got 2 sets of tyres that need to be raced, which is the racing soft and the racing medium. Now, normally when this happens, sometimes they've done racing hard and racing soft, so you've got a massive gap in the middle. We don't have that this time round. John, you might need to remind... I can't remember if we have a livery for this, but I don't have one on it on the 296, but that's what we're going to go with for this first one. There might be a livery for that one. As usual, I can't quite remember, because you do that many of them. I can't quite remember. So we're gonna. I've done a little bit of quali before I've came on, so I've managed to get my fastest lap. Whilst I explain this, I'm trying to. I'm trying to put a post of this stream up on Instagram, but it's getting the better of me at the minute. I've done a little bit of quali beforehand, so I've done 10 laps racing on the medium just to try and get used to it, and then I managed 6 or 7 laps on the soft, and I've got that 17.8. Now, if I look at the top of the times list, we are going to ignore the 16.8 from Levicious there, because that's just ridiculous. Dames and Rory very close with a 17.427 and a 430. That's probably what I want to try and aim to. I think that's what I want to try and get to if I can. As low down the 17s, if we can be on the low side, which is underneath a 17.5, then that would be tremendous. I'm also going to try and, as I say, post this up on our Instagram to desperately try and get us some more views. I just want to say as well quickly, the next couple of weeks for me, like business-wise, or the last couple of months have been horrific. The next couple of weeks are going to be pretty brutal. This right now, I'm not going to manage to do get much more videos out, or even edit videos or YouTube Shorts or anything like that much in the next, do you know what, probably a couple of months if I'm being realistic, but hopefully only the next few weeks. But yeah, this now, the live streams on a Monday night is the only real time that I've got to, properly look forward to getting any sim racing and Gran Turismo stuff done. So I'm really going to try and make the most of this one tonight. Our aim is to try and get a race win. Now, we all know how unlikely that is, but why not, eh? That's the challenge that we'll try and set ourselves to see if we can do it. So we're going to go into this race. We're going to be, oh, look at that. We're going to be P5. Now, if I get a race win very early on, I mean, that would just be delightful, wouldn't it? That would be, if we managed to do that pretty early doors. The only problem is at the moment, I'm going to have to start on the softs because I've got no idea how long those tyres are going to last us. And the first race or the first few laps is the voyage into the unknown. So that's what we're going to go for there. I'm going to try, let's see if we can try and post this now. Is it actually going to work? It might actually work. Who knows? Ba ba ba. I'm struggling with this. Why can't I do Instagram? Why am I being such a wally? Right. Come on then. What happens if we win this race? Yeah, if we win this first one, stream ends. That's it, we're done. Now, I'm going to be on the back foot for this first race because we are starting on the softs. Now, ideally, we want to have that at the end. There's going to be loads of traffic, loads of time lost. If anything in this race, I'd probably expect us to fall back. We're in a good spot with P6, but yeah, I would expect us to probably fall back because unless these guys are all on the softs as well, and even if they are, we could still lose so much potential time versus if we were on them at the end. I'm going to go brake balance all the way to the back. We've got someone with a penalty up ahead there. Wasn't expecting that. Wasn't expecting to have braked very early there, which sent me with no other option but to try and look to the inside. Robert, how are we doing? I don't want to have missed any comments there, sorry guys. We'll do our best for this one though. This guy's struggling a bit in the Porsche, isn't he? I've got to give him the place back for that. Poor form from me, that. Making sure as well that we don't go for it into the chicane because we've sacrificed his exit onto the straight. To then get him into the next corner is very, very unfair. So trying to be as sporting as possible with that one. These Russians shouldn't be allowed to compete. Bit brutal. As long as it's not Vlad himself, I think we're alright. Right, we've had to work very hard to get that overtake, but hopefully we can try and move on now. Oh, one spinned it. Right, we're on the podium. great. Not great. Trying not to absolutely kill the tyres, but all I'm doing right now is absolutely killing the tyres. Nah. We are closing a little bit of time there to the leader. A couple of tenths taken out. Not much in the grand scheme of 6.5 seconds, but a couple of tenths here and there. Soon lose it all again there, though. No, we don't. We're all right. Come on. We'll keep trying to push here. I don't know what car he's in, but maybe his tyres are worse for wear than ours. Was he in the Porsche? Maybe he was in the Porsche. This car is so twitchy. We did have the gap down to 6.4. It's back up all the way to 6.7. 6.8 now. Right, into the pit. Oh, race leader's gone into the pits, as has the guy behind me. All on the softs. Ah, no, Ruben was on the mediums, which is was my guess at the time that we were trying to get past him. But then he's managed to just stay onto the back of us quite nicely, really. So we've not actually been that much quicker. That might be a penalty there. That might be a penalty. probably quite lucky there. I would hit the pit wall, wouldn't I? Obviously. What a moron. Let's go. Right, so we've ended up back out behind Ruben now. Now these fresh mediums feel better than the done-in set of softs that we've just taken off, that's for sure. So now with Ruben in front, we need to do what he did to us and stay on the back of him. Four laps to go, come on. Yeah, we're not going to manage to stay on the back of him. Maybe by the last lap or two, potentially. As the softs start to drop, we might just reel him back in. But he is going to be the net P3 after the Spaniard comes in. Now the good thing about this combo is that it forces you to actually do the race. You can't just go and pit on the first lap and then do the rest of the race on whatever set of tyres that you need to. So the good thing here is that you do actually have to put two very good stints in. You can't just drop to the back like you can in some cases and win it, or get a massive undercut because of the clear traffic. But you do need to think about traffic and undercuts when you're actually in this race, because this is the kind of track, as we've just found at the start of this race, that can cost you a lot of time being stuck behind people. So I think if I did manage to start on the mediums, I might have potentially been better off, because we could be doing what Ruben's doing right now and trying to press on. You can see that he's pulling the 36, who is P3 at the moment, but he is actually P2 by the time the Spaniard either comes in or gets himself a penalty. Right, there you go. P1 crosses the line, but I think he will get a 1 minute penalty, surely, for not doing the 2 stops. There we go. He's going to start dropping down the order. Wonderful stuff. And we get a P4. That's not a bad start. Not a bad way to open the stream. However, my worry is we're only going to keep improving our DR. This is going to get harder and harder as the night goes on, to be honest. So I am a little bit worried. Truth be told. Truth be told. Right, let's see if we can get this post shared on our Facebook as well, on the community page. As I am now desperate for views. Right, position trays. Oh, we started P6. I thought it was P5, so even better. Not a bad start. We'll take that. No worries, Robert. Thank you so much. We'll check back in a bit. We will see you soon. Let's jump. Oh, we get a little bit of time for quali. So it turns out. Nice. I probably want to also try. I think that I do want to try the Porsche as well. Right. Let's just put a post up on the community as well. I was supposed to do this before I went live and then just forgot. I tell you what, while we post this up, if everyone could actually go and comment or give it a like or something along those lines, that would be tremendous. Let's see if we can share that. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Oh no. I can't do it the way that I thought that I could do it. Oh, this is a disaster. Let's just not do that then, shall we? No. You would think I was like an 80-year-old woman struggling to use social media. Why am I being a wally for? Oh my god, it doesn't matter. Right, let's just scrap that. We could be getting laps in here. Right, we'll get 6 laps here, I think. We definitely get 5. We should hopefully get 6. Let's see if we can... improve on that quali time. All the way out wide here. Right, get your guesses in. What will our quali time be? Hopefully it's quicker than that 17.8, although that's still not a bad lap, in my regards at least. Not a great exit there onto the back straight. A huge amount of lap time is gained and lost here. Yeah, 3/10 slower on that one. Let's try and keep improving though. Three more laps, yeah. Look that up as well. Disaster. Right, 2 more laps here. This has not been a very good quali session, has it? Not very productive. Oh, right, let's just set ourselves up for a good next lap then. Brilliant. Brilliant. Right, one more. One more. Last one. Right, predictions in. What will this lap be? See if we can guess this one right. Whatever you'd guess, take about half a second off it. That was an awful first corner. Yeah. Terribly done. Let's see if we can cross the line to get and start another lap again. Yeah, we might just have run out of time, or at least by the time we cross the line. Oh my god, awful. Right, we'll just have enough time to actually finish this lap and cross the line, but it will, even if it's a faster lap, it will not count towards this next entry. Dreadful. Well, unless we break later than a late thing into this one, I don't think we're catching up the probably full second ahead that our Ghost is there. Quick practice for getting into the pits. Well, that's not how you do it. Belter. P7, we're only going to keep dropping down the running order now, though. This is going to be the problem. This is going to be the problem. We'll start on the mediums. We got 7 laps, was it, out of the softs on the last one? 7 laps, I think. Right, I finally figured out how to make a bloody post on YouTube. How bad is that? Been on YouTube for like literally forever. Right, predictions in for this one. Here we go, starting on the mediums. This is the important bit. Starting on the mediums. Now that's not fair. This chap behind us, for one, in a GTR, look, how interesting is that? But he started on the hill. He gets a better launch as the light goes green. That's a penalty, that, I think. It's probably a penalty, that. That'll be a kill out of this race if it is. Yeah, 2 of us with a penalty. This guy in front as well. Ah, disaster. Absolute disaster. He's in the Renault there. Interesting choice. Good choice, potentially. We've been hit. Well, that's us to the back of the grid. That is us to the back of the grid. Well, that's this race without a race win. Safe to say, doesn't take much for it to be completely undone, does it? This guy's at least waited for us, though, so we can't argue. We can't complain too much. Got a lot of work to try and do if we want to claw anything back, though. I said to Layla I was going to do a stream where it doesn't end until I get a race win, and she said, oh, I didn't realise we were going to do another 24-hour stream then. The disclaimer is, it's either until I get a race win or until I just give up. That means I can end at 10 o'clock when I normally would do. I'll have given up by that point, I'm sure. Hopefully not, though, if we're having good races. If we're getting close, which we're not doing in this race, but you never know. No football tonight. No, nightmare. I normally there's a midweek Newcastle game to look forward to with Champions League, but not anymore. Regardless of international break. Right, we get one position made back up from someone binning it there. We're losing a lot of time to the leader, which I hope means we've lost 3 seconds in 3 laps, which I hope means he's on the softs. killed each other there. One of them was moving back across and then unghosted, which then the guy who was going full speed drove straight into him there. I didn't quite manage to even work out how or why that happened. Right, end of this lap coming up. End of this lap, lap number 6, is when we're going to come in onto the soft tyres. Dames, how we doing? Hope we're all well. I'm trying to chase down your lap time, buddy. You're 4/10 in front of me, and I'm struggling to be any quicker than that. My fastest lap's is 17.8 something. But I see that you're in the 4s. 4:27, I think yours was. Right, one person binning it, and we very nearly bin it. And we lose way more than just 1/10 there, as it shows that we're down by in this sector. Like drop, matey. Thank you so much, buddy. What a hero. A fallen mod has red and white. He might as well be. I think since the last derby, he's scored more for Sunderland than he has Newcastle with that own goal. Oh, someone... This guy to the right-hand side is going to stop us from going in the pits one more lap. It is then. He's going to get the switch back on us there. Absolutely he does. Really aggressive from me there, but was just desperately trying to hold on to the position. Top scorer had 5. There you go. Voltamore's probably top 3 then for you. Yeah, not great. Not great. Oh! Come on. Oh, I need to be doing better than that. I need to be doing better than that. Onto the softs. Come on, this second stint's got to be a bit more better than that, or a bit less painful, hopefully. I can't say you enjoyed that one as well, John. All the way down south there, you can only watch that as a neutral, surely. To be honest, I actually forgot what time the Newcastle match was on. I planned my whole day around it. I somehow had it down as 1 o'clock kickoff. I knew it was 12. And then I somehow had it down as 1 o'clock. Went to go take the dog for a walk, and as I walked past the pub near mine, I could hear the match on, and I was like, I hope to God that's like the build-up, or like, you know how they have a highlights of normally on to like, yeah, build up the game. So I could hear the commentary and stuff, so I was like, don't say the match has already kicked off, and I like quickly looked in the pub, and it was like 3 minutes past 12, 3 minutes into the game. I was like, oh God. So I was like, buddy, let's run home, let's go. I couldn't have been any close. Oh, God. I couldn't have been any closer to the apex there. Let's give me some credit for that. I don't think that one was my fault. I couldn't have been any closer to the apex. Just one of those though. Two different racing lines, they do cross on the apex. So... oh god, this damage. I think the craziest game of the weekend was Spurs getting beat 3-0 as well. Not that you can't say like you didn't expect it with the way things have been going for them, but certainly wouldn't have expected that. You're just going to spam with a load of match highlights now, John. Oh my god. Four laps onto the soft tyres. I've only just set my fastest lap now. That shows how bad this race is going. But I'll keep it that way. No links going in my comments, thank you. Oh, God, right. P13 from the back. Can we make anything out of this last lap? Even just to not make a mistake and say, oh, that was a good, clean lap. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Right, if we're lucky here, we should get past the Spaniard in front. That was awful. That was horrendous, that one. Right, not a good race. Yeah, Brighton beat Liverpool on the weekend as well, didn't he, I think? Is it 2-1? I caught most of that game. Right, that was not a good race, that one, because we ended up, I don't know if you noticed, at the back. So, next race got to be better. We've got to try and improve again. Try and improve on that quality time. I think we ended up going in on lap 7, but I do think lap 6 is probably the best, most optimal lap to come in on off the mediums. Right. Let's go again. We'll get 6, maybe 6 laps yet. If it hurries up. Here we go. Right, 6 laps. Predictions in. Predictions in for fastest lap. What do we reckon? Brake balance going to go all the way to the rear. That is where I prefer to try and have a little bit more purchase on the fronts, although we get no purchase on the rears, ironically. Got to improve this quality time here. Got to try and get a race win. That's way too early on the brakes, that I think, isn't it? Definitely way too early. I tried to be clever there and keep it with a foot down. Cheech, how we doing? I only just seen your comments there, buddy. Sorry, you've been in there a little while, I think. Apologies. How are we doing, buddy? Hope we are all well. Cheech, you're normally pretty quick. Do you have a couple of 10-second borrow here? Because I need to get this time down, but I'm struggling. Struggling. Idiot. Who was that about asking about the copyright? The username's just gone off the screen. I'm still trying to catch the bottom half of the message. Was that you, Dames, asking about that or not? Who was it? I'll see if I can scroll back up in a second. I have to appeal pretty much every single video that I put up on the drum channel. Every single post when it includes music or referencing bands and drummers and artists and yeah, so I end up having to dispute every single one of them, and it does my head in, but touch wood, I've managed to get every video back up online. Ran too far wide there. Come on. Keep it, keep it, keep it. But you've appealed because it falls under fair use. I'll try and catch the comment properly. Yeah, most things, if it's is it gameplay, like Gran Turismo gameplay that's been flagged, because some people will just, YouTube's got like an auto detect content thing, so I get an email like every day off YouTube going, we think someone's using your content, because obviously the gameplay looks similar to this. So where it's managed to basically like pixel match will be all of the details that you see on the screen, all the heads-up display and stuff, so it kind of just thinks that it's the same. And so I could, through the literally one click of a button, go take this down. Like, it'll give me the option to do that, but obviously it's just manually, not manually, it's just automatically like pixel matching videos. So I've had a couple of mine flagged under the same thing, where someone's obviously just got the email and then just clicked yes please remove. So it's a bit of a chew on to then go back through. But like the ones that I get, it could be anywhere. It could be like I go on the video and it's all like written in Japanese or something. It's like obviously someone on the other side of the world in doing the same daily races. If people are streaming it, there's going to be loads of ones on there where it all looks very similar. Right, we're going to get one more lap done here. I've got nowhere near that 17.8 so far. Yeah, still 0.3 off, not great. Slower in that quali session, despite having just done an extra 20 laps since the last quali session. How does that work out? How does that work out? I was trying to catch up on some of that messaging. Fingers crossed you get it sorted out though, Dames. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, 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 no. Please count. Please count. Oh, we're going to be starting on the softs. Oh, no. We're going to be starting on the softs. I hope I start. Please, please, please have us starting on the mediums. Please have us starting on the mediums. Oh, come on. This would have been a good chance for a race win. Starting from P4. But I don't think that I've changed tyres in time. Ah, we're on the softs. Ah, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Bugger. Yeah, this is not going to work well. This is not going to work well. My other option is that genuine question here. Do we reckon, serious, I could go into the pits very early and just try and do an undercut on the mediums? Because I think the amount of time that we would lose battling here on the softs might actually total more time. That's a genuine option. What do we think? What do we think? Got to see how the first couple of laps go. I'd like to think that these guys would be starting on the softs, at least for the top three, surely. This becomes the problem though. We've got to try and judge it based on how quick they are in front of us. Now they did get out of that corner with less problems than I did, so who knows? Could be on the softs, could be. Don't think, just drive. Cheech, I like it. Let's do that instead. I don't do much thinking anyway, so... Cheech, it worked! It worked! Go to the inside then. Shh. It almost worked, Cheech. It almost worked. Right, we carry on as normal now. These guys definitely, I think, on the softs. Let's carry on as we are. Let's go. Shut up and drive. John puts it, Cheech put it a little bit more politely than that, but yeah, I think I think I've got the message. Let's go. Well, I definitely should have, but the just drive part I'm not doing as well. We can probably both or all agree on that. Top two are hopefully on softs. I've got to hope that they are, yeah. If they're not, we are cooked. But their quali time is within a tenth of mine, so I think, you know, match and pace-wise, I think we're very similar. So just need to try and sit behind them now. Well, not sit behind them, get in front, but I think they are on the soft, so it's not a massive concern to try and get in front of them. My best chance was on the end of the first lap though, wasn't it? Where 36 almost binned it. There we go, we set fastest lap now. Giving myself a heart attack here. Jeez, come on. Have I watched the Piers interview? I did see the clip. I didn't see the whole thing. I'm not that sad, but I did see a clip of it. Jesus, honestly, that is getting so sketchy over the top of the hill. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. We've got the run. Surely we've got the run on the Porsche here. I didn't feel like I'd done anything wrong there, but I probably have. What do we think? In fact, I'm sure it felt like he was right alongside me, but as I kind of play that back in my head, I'm pretty sure he was much further ahead, wasn't he? I think he was a lot further ahead than me, which is how he spun, like, right in front, isn't it? Yeah, I think that one's my fault, that. Yeah. Yeah, my fault. I'm gonna wait for him. Oh, I hope he doesn't go into the pits. Let's make sure he doesn't go into the pits first before we wait. It doesn't really make any difference, does it? He's going to be at the back of the grid. I just don't want to sit and wait. He's obviously right at the... Oh, there he is there, P6. What I don't want to do is sit and wait for him to get in front while he is serving a pits, like doing his pit stop. Probably a penalty for the pit entry there as well. Such a dreadful pit entry. Oh. Ruben's ended up in front of us anyway now. Definitely getting just Newcastle. Top of the target list. I'm just going to have to stop going for moves into turn 1, I think. Ignoring track limit. I think you'll find I actually got pushed off the track there. But whatever. I can't believe it though, because this race was my best chance of a race win. And then look at that, Ruben's going to get a podium. And we know how bad his race has gone because it was our fault for how bad it went. And he's going to go on to go get himself a podium now. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fantastic. Fantastic. Doesn't take much to completely nudge you off the track there, as we've just found out. And we're going to end up at the back once again. Penalty for running wide. Yep. Ah, look at that. So that Monta there, the Italian, someone else has just commented saying WTF. So what's his game all about then, do we think? GT7 penalty system at its finest, absolutely. Oh, that was a bit of a weird one. My fault, that one. Tragic. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Someone else has just called him Idiot of the Century. Now, isn't that quite a statement? So, what do we think his game is then? Well, how naff was that? Look at that. Monta ends up in P5 there, by the way. So shall we have a quick look at what his race was all about? I'm just having a quick look. Who was it that flagged him there? Oh my god, everyone keeps commenting. Bisa. So we try and find an incident with him, see what that was all about. Quickly try and then get back in for some more quality. You know what? I never actually looked at Daily Race A or B. Yeah, they are what they are. Fair enough. Okie dokie. Oh, right. Having a quick look at this replay. This next race, I hope, is a good one. Right, here we go then. So we've got Tafon in front, who we've raced against a few times, I think, and all been all right. Little bit of contact there. Nothing too bad. Goes to the inside there. That move is actually fair enough. You can see that we are the next position up ahead. We see the three drivers all almost binning it. We still don't really manage to get in front. We're across the grass to then try our very best to get P3, but we still end up P4 there. We're on board with Monta again here, just to clarify. So Bisa runs wide. Let's try and have a look at his moment with us. Oh, he's had a moment himself, hasn't he? What's he done here? Do we think he's raging with himself and that's why he's going to go ruin everybody else's race? We've made that mistake a couple of times. Oh, that's a bit glitchy. Strange. Oh, that's very weird. Right, so he ends up... Right, so here is us then. So he gets the move done. That one is all fair enough. We're right behind him. He's in the red Ferrari. We're in the red Ferrari. So we're going to try and tuck in behind in the slipstream here. We go to the inside. And that is the previous lap, by the way. So we go to the inside. This one, I think, is fair enough. We're alongside. He turns into us. We then get a penalty for being pushed off the track and cutting the corner, which is just wild. And then if we roll it on to the next lap, I think this is... No, it's the lap after. So racing again with Monta here. We're going to try and have the better exit out of the corner. Both of us with an equal exit. We're going to have the slightly better run, though, with the slipstream to run. And we're right up against the corner there, you see. Just doesn't give us enough space. And wow, Straight off the track. And that's that. This was Bice's view of the whole thing. Just not given the space whatsoever. I think that one is a crystal clear slam dunk. Surely there's no opinions to be had on that one, I would suspect. Oh, and then there's Bicer getting tagged from behind and almost spun round. He does well to hold on to it, but then look at the state of that. And then he is right to call out Monta or Moza, whatever his name was, Moza, for that. Bad form. Don't be this guy. Do not be that guy. Right, we go again. We'll get maybe 3 laps here. And then I think I'm going to have to try the Porsche after this. But I like the Ferrari. I just keep making silly mistakes. It's a little bit too quick for me, shall we say. Right, we'll not quite get 3 laps here. We'll get 2.95 laps, I think. Go, go, go. John saying you prefer the Porsche. Dame's saying as well he's getting both. Are you saying you're getting the same lap times, Dame's, in both cars there? Is one then better for the race, maybe? Getting the exact same times with the Porsche and the Ferrari. Porsche feels more stable. Bill, how are we doing? You've missed me attempting to get race wins and not yet getting a race win. Despite having done 3 races already. Right, well off the pace on that one. We need to literally be 1 second faster. Back end is definitely looser on the Ferrari. Absolutely it is, yeah. It's a bit sketchy, especially on the once the soft tyres are worn. man. I mean, at best there, I could have been 2/10 quicker. I can't even now get down to the 17.8 that I set. That was before the stream, that. 17.8 I set comfortably before the stream. Oh, man. Right, P4 in this one again. Surely we can get a race win. Takumi with a 17.4 though, he's very quick. Lovesy with a 17.6 and then Bisa with a 0.8, the same as us. He is 100th quicker, or 9,000ths, I think to be precise. Tyres, KP, how we doing yet? Luckily we just changed them. That was the first thing on my mind, thankfully. Hope we're all well, KP, by the way. Right, yep, we're starting on the mediums. Yeah, we've seen a couple of people in the GTR actually, Bill. Here we go. Predictions in. Can we please, 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 please get the race win? For the love of God. Right, we want to come off these tyres, off these mediums on lap 6 if we can do. Now, we had someone block us getting into the pits because we were racing side by side and we ended up doing 7 laps, which is also not too bad. But I think we could have done with that extra lap on the softs, or it would have been slightly quicker. Right, come on then. It's whether or not, though, these guys in front are on softs or mediums. Bice's going to hold that one round the outside. Yeah, nicely done. Good racing. I probably should just work with him, in all fairness, though. I should probably just work with him. Because we really do want the race win. We really do. Right, bit of a gap here to these guys behind, so pace-wise, I think it's us 4 up front, hopefully, versus the rest of the grid. Bice's now P1, look at that. Yeah, it's all changed around a bit now, hasn't it? The Ferrari seems to be the car of choice, or at least for this track anyway. It hasn't been the car of choice for all Group 3 races. But since it's been added to the game, it's definitely been getting quite a bit of use. Right, judging by this here, my guess actually is that everybody in front is on the mediums. That's my gut feeling for the moment here. Man, that was really a chance to get the foot down early. Both of them having to lift a little bit. It's put us right on the back of them, but we've had to lift and lose a bit of time to the leader. We're going to triple bump draft and slipstream. Closer up to him though. Right, P5's moving in now though. Ghost behind us here. You idiot. No way. No way do I get a penalty for that as well. No way do I get a penalty for that as well. I don't even know what caused that there. It just started sliding out of nowhere. Lift off oversteer, I think. I don't think I was paying enough attention to even know what caused that. Clipping the grass a little bit as well, I think, but that one did catch me by surprise a little bit there. Oh, this is going to be a killer because now we're going to lose P6 here as well. I'll lose out to this guy who is P6. Ah, oh, no. What a killer. What a killer. .2 seconds lost in that lap. What a killer. Let's keep going. Come on, keep trying. We're not giving up just yet. Come on. We're not giving up just yet. Come on. There you go, Bicer comes in off the soft tyres now. Ideally I should have went in that lap there actually myself to come off the mediums. having to lift there as well. Ah, no! That's costing so much time. Come on, come on, come on. Right, we're coming into the pits now to go onto the softs. The problem being is, though, we could end up here having all of this traffic still. We're going to get past Ghost. Hopefully, he's not going to try and then outbrake us or re-outbrake us. He absolutely is. We're going to try and make sure that we stay to the inside here. Not quite going to happen, but we're coming into the pits anyway. Costing time, costing time. Oh, no! He was so slow on the entry there. Oh, he was so slow on the entry. Feels very strange coming out the pits in P9. Feels like I've really missed something here. Loads of people staying out late, I think. I can only hope that's the case. No, I haven't watched the... I didn't see the NLS race, but I was actually just going to chuck it on at some point when I'm while I'm working. And watch it while I've have it on the telly while I'm working. Right, 3-second penalty for Ghost here. I presume that's a pit lane entry or exit penalty. Oh, it's the same for Takumi up front as well. So we've got 4.8 that we need to close to Baisa here. Can we do that in this amount of laps with traffic? Oh, contact from behind there. Contact from behind. You can see the damage. I've got damage. So you can see that that was not me. What a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare. Michael, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Up to P3. Come on. 5.1. Can we close that in 4 laps? I mean, not really. But we'll give it a go. It's the closest chance we've got to actually winning a race. .4. That's a second taken out so far. Right, those two guys are battling up ahead. This is our only real chance here to do anything at all in terms of a race win. Lubsy's went and got in front. I think he is on the softs, so that's probably now his race win to throw away, but we'll still do our best. Yeah, look at the gap that he's built now already there, Lubsy. I think he was on the mediums to start. BRIO we're closing into quite nicely, but Lubsy I think is going to be out of reach yet. Just all comes down to traffic this race, doesn't it? Because we could have started on the softs on this one, and who knows, we might have made our way through. 3.6 is the gap. We'll keep catching because I think he's just going to cruise it home. Surely he knows he's got past BRIO there with on the medium, so he's just going to cruise it home. Meanwhile, we're pushing like idiots at the back here, desperately still trying to catch up. What do we reckon? Should we try the Porsche after this one? I'm quite comfortable in the Ferrari as the only thing. He says, I'm going to lose the podium there. Yep. Oh no! Down to P8. Literally, could there be a worse commentator's curse? I am quite happy in the Ferrari at the moment. 14 seconds lost, facing sideways down the grass. And then into the barrier. Brilliant. Yeah, best chances get reset and then... Yeah, exactly. Go into some bottom split lobbies. Oh, that's annoying, because that actually could have been a decent podium there. Disaster. I do actually think though we probably lost about a second and a half maybe to the Finnish driver that's got P3. Maybe it's a second and a half lost there. It still doesn't make up for the race, you know, it doesn't get us the race win, but sometimes you think if you're just that little bit closer. But that's where racecraft comes in. I need to work on that, not get caught up by those guys. And if you're going to catch up to them, you have to do it at a time where you're going to get past. You just have to make it work. We'll quickly try the Porsche. We'll quickly try the Porsche. We'll give it a couple of laps. We'll see what we reckon. Major flaw. Here we go. Bill's always nice and kind. I like to think that it's constructive, but sometimes I think Bill might just be trolling us instead. Not knowing when to counter steer. Well, it's normally when I'm facing the wrong ways when I choose to do that. You keep the same steering angle and input. Well, I try not to. Oh, a little bit of lift. Oh, it's a little bit more unstable under brake in the Porsche. I think the thing is, it's easy to assume when someone's been a bit daft, but there's always the assumption that you're going to save it, which is then why you end up keeping the steering on, and it's easy in hindsight, isn't it? Right, I don't know what to think of this Porsche. Immediately, my first thought is under braking. It does go a little bit light and understeery. Oh, but then look at that. There we go. That is a little bit better on the exit there, because I couldn't have kept that planted in the Ferrari. And that was some counter steer. Armful of opposite lock. And saved a little bit easier than maybe is what the Ferrari would have been. Can brake maybe a little bit later as well in the Porsche. Right, let's see roughly where we're going to be at then. Let's do an attempt in the Porsche. You're a bit more on the limit of second gear. Much easier than the Ferrari. You're through the gears a lot quicker in the Porsche. Might be track limits, that one. No, we're all right. Yeah, lots of time lost on that one. A little bit silly. Not a fan of the Porsche at all. It's a solid car on the exits. That's what I love it for. Entry, you've got to work a little bit harder, I feel, whereas the Ferrari's the inverse. The Ferrari is easy on entry and difficult on exit. That's going to be track limits. That one is definitely track limits. Yeah. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, there's that oversteer there. Oh, it's weird, you know. Part of me might actually be preferring the Ferrari here. I might actually be preferring the Ferrari. Much prefer the Porsche on the exits, though. It's a stunning looking car, this thing, as well, isn't it? Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, interior is nice as well. How about it? Aaron, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Right, we'll get 2 more laps here. We probably just not have enough time to finish a third. But let's try and give it a go in the Porsche. Damn it. Oh, that one's definitely a penalty. Yep. Yeah, the Porsche I feel like I'm struggling in. I think it's because, though, I'm trying to still drive it as aggressively into the corners as I was the Ferrari. Which is where it's not working. Ah, damn it. Yeah, to be fair, actually, brake balance might be better off a little bit further forward in the Porsche. Good shout, Bill. We can give the GTR a go if you reckon. If you reckon it's worth a look. Should have been in third there, but trying to keep the car stable. Understeers a little bit there as well, which is really strange for this Porsche. Not really typical of a Porsche, that, but the front end just doesn't bite in anywhere near as much as the Ferrari does. I do much prefer, I think, to drive. I think I do prefer the Ferrari. Which on most tracks, if we didn't have as much elevation, I'd be in the Porsche every day. But the elevation changes really unsettle the Porsche, as well as the sort of like subtle, sometimes big, sometimes subtle braking zones, but it's where you need to get steering input. You're like on the brakes whilst trying to turn. Really doesn't suit a Porsche that well, does it? Interesting. Interesting. Quickest time was the Corvette. Interesting. Even more interesting. John, how are we doing? He's back. He's back to watch us win. Oh, I was saying P3 for a minute there. But it's P4 again. Right, we're on the mediums. Come on. We want to win, obviously. But I think this is tricky in this Porsche, with only a few laps practice there. Right, if I can very quickly ask for a couple of favours. Oh, I just realised there is a chip on the glass. Oh dear. Couple of favours. If you can hit the like button on the stream before we get into this race, if you can make sure that you are subscribed, that would be a massive help as well. And if anybody would care to share this stream or link on their channels, their platforms, whatever, and tag me in it. I should do some sort of giveaway for that, shouldn't I? That would be good. Right, straight back in for another race then. Takes you back to your youth, Herbie. Yeah, I remember that as well. Corvette is stable. Better than the BMW. Yeah, I seen the BMW was up there in like the top 10 earlier today. So it's still a good go-to car, the BM. Right, here we go then. Predictions in for this one. We want the race win. This is what we need. Come on. Porsche is quick through the gears. Doesn't necessarily mean it's any quicker, that, by the way. It's just shorter gear ratios in the Porsche versus the Ferrari. But it makes it easier to make a mistake into the corners where you downshift. And then before you know it, you're dropping your engine on the floor because you've blown it up by downshifting into second when second is still miles away in terms of correct gear ratio choice decisions or whatever it is that I'm trying to say. But I think we're going to be trying our best here to battle to the two cars in front. I think the Spaniard might be, or is hopefully, on softs. But the two cars in front, Lubzi and Bajsa, I get the feeling, but I could be wrong, that they're on the mediums as well here. Maybe I'm wrong. Spaniard struggling out of the corner there. Did he make a mistake, or is he actually also on the mediums? Ooh, Bajsa almost getting pushed wide there. Gonna lose this one here. I'll do my best to hold it. Not quite. Jesus. You've got to be kidding. How can that be a track limits? You've just watched the contact that we had with one, and then the other comes through and pushes us off. How is that a penalty? How is that a penalty? Honest to God. That'll probably be a penalty as well, is it? Oh my God. Getting frustrating here because the couple of good chances that we've got to battle and try and stay on the lead, I'm either making a mistake or we're getting binned off and penalties that we don't deserve here. Come on, man. right, look at that. 26, 24, and then a 120. Fastest lap's already an 18. And even that is pretty slow by optimal pace standards. Oh, give me the Ferrari back, for the love of God. Give me the Ferrari back. This car is absolutely mega at Abu Dhabi circuit, but I'm not a fan of it around here. Not a fan of it one bit. Apart from that stability on the exits, but I feel like I would rather have every other bit of driving difficulty that the Ferrari gives you on the exit, to have all of the comfort going into the corners that at the moment you just don't have in the Porsche. Mid-snap going into the corner there. Did you see that? Oh, uncomfortable is the only word for it. Use the GTR. Well, I'll give that one a go after then, if you reckon. But remember, we want race wins, so don't be stitching me up with an absolute wagon of a boat of a car. Right, 8.6. We're starting to close here. Just a little bit to the leader, which might suggest this is where we're at in terms of crossovers for the mediums and the softs. That was the best way that I could do that there, is just plant my foot down. Right, let's go on to the softs then. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. It's just traffic here. We don't want to fall into traffic. Please do not fall into traffic. We got a bit of... Yeah, we're going to have traffic here. We're going to have traffic, I think. Yeah. Right, hopefully we either clear them quickly, or by the time we catch up to them, they go into the pits. Right, this guy with a penalty, we should get past him. Hopefully comfortably. Gonna have to go around the outside though, slightly longer way around. Not ideal. Oh, that's the race leader. That is the race leader off there. That's the race leader, or the guy who was provisional kind of like race leader there. Could this be on? Could this be on? Bit of traffic in front though. Every single bit of traffic that we catch up to and approach now could decide this one. We're closing the gap to Lubsby, or whatever he's called. Good Porsche. Good Porsche. Come on. Right, in he comes. Oh, he's going onto the softs though. This is the problem now. He's going onto the softs. None of these either. Right, we might not be clawing our way further forward as much as I would have thought or hoped. Sadly. I thought we might have been able to claw back to a podium. I mean, there is P3 to be fair, with a penalty now as well. Oh, that's just worked out perfectly for us. That guy spinning there. I don't know how quick a driver Mac is. We could potentially work together here to try and catch Lubsy up. But I don't know. What do we think? That's it. We've got him now. Come on. Ah! Oh my god, dropping down to P6 there. Unbelievable that. Oh, how do I have all of that happening in front of me and still lose a position? How am I the one that's came out losing a position there? That's mad. Oh, I can never judge it quick enough. The carnage that's happening in front, or even just like, yeah, cars going slower. I'll always find a way to get held up by it, basically. We're going to nip P5 there because Bisa had himself a penalty. I don't understand that guy, unless he's just not known the rules. But why would you just keep going and then clog up the racetrack and get in everybody's way, knowing that you're going to end up with a minute penalty? Ugh. Right. Another race. Let's go. Right, I'm going back in the Ferrari. I've decided. Oh, actually, no. We said we were going to... What car were we going to try? GTR. Let's try the GTR. Where's the GTR? 18? Is that the right one? I'll nip back in 1 second, but you can let me know if that's the correct one. Haha, forgot that I'd muted that. John saying the Chevy, is that because that's an actual decent suggestion? Or is it because someone else has, you've seen that and think, that'll be funny? That'll be a laugh to watch him suffer. To actually get entered there, I only did quali, I think. I can't believe that across the night I've actually got slower. That's what I'm finding difficult to comprehend here. So the 18... This is what I'm... Like, I've dropped down my own friends list. Like, everybody's getting quicker here, and I'm not. I'm literally stuck. Oh... Actually, let's go brake balance middle first, just to see. Oh, God. Oh, that understeers a lot. That understeers a lot. It is pretty stable on the exits, though. Really get the feeling that I'm like on the limit with this car. That's why I'm 2 seconds off the pace, or a second and a half off the pace. The RCF was top on this track for manufacturers, but nowhere to be seen now. Yeah, I tell you what, I love the RCF as well. Right, can I find another half a second out of the Nissan? Another 5/10 needed, but where are they? Are they in this car, and are they to be had? Oh, Mark, how we doing? I seen John's comment first saying he'll read that in a minute. Try to pull away, but no worries at all, buddy. I'm trying to think where you mean now, because I think, did I not just go against you twice in 2 races in a row now, I think? I don't know. But yeah, no stress at all, mate. I think one of them I got a penalty for, which I was like, that's unbelievable. A bit unfair. But one of those things. Great racing though, buddy. Thank you so much. Hopefully catch you in the next one. Thank you for stopping by and saying hello as well. Really, really do appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much. That helps more than you know. What cars you been racing in, Mark? Anything decent? Anything worth having a look at? I don't mind this GTR. I just don't feel that quick in it, but as we've seen there, I'm obviously losing time in plenty places. G, how we doing? Hope you are all well, buddy. Hope we're all good. Yeah, this Nissan is alright, you know. That Nissan is still alright. Right, genuine question now. Oh. How come it didn't reset us? 4 seconds? But do you make up 4 seconds? Surely you must make up 4 seconds. I'm wondering if it's worth it. Are we all thinking what I'm thinking? Think of the clear air. First lap, let's just bomb it across there. Think of the clean air. 4 second penalty, yes, but I mean, small price to pay for such a benefit. Right, P3. For the love of God, this has got to be the race win. P3. We've got to go forward. Oh, no. Question is now, do we start on the mediums or on the softs? P3 changes it a little bit. 4, 5, 6, you definitely, I think, mediums. Do we now change it? That is the question. What do we think? Oh, sorry, I just got it. Yes, thank you for clarifying there, Bill. I misread that. Sorry. I thought, is it, how do you say, I'll go with sick, but what's this, how do you say the second word? Can you spell that out? Sick. Sorry, I thought I misread that. I thought it said, hi, I was Mac who bumped you. Sorry, it was Mac who bumped me, meaning you, who then hit you, meaning me. Now I get you. Sorry. Sorry. Yes. Yes, I figured that was the case through that set. Yes. I've got you now. Sorry. I'm with it now. I appreciate you stopping by, mate. Thank you so much. But no worries. I figured that the contact hadn't came from you. Judging by the way, yeah. Anyway, I've got it now. Now I know who's who. How do I say the second word though? I don't even want to have a guess. Burn? It looks like it might be burn. Right, here we go. In the GTR. In the Gran Turismo signature car, the GTR. Come on. We've got to go for the race win here. We cannot not have the race win. We're in the GTR movie livery as well. Come on. really had to sacrifice that there. That is so stupid. What an idiot. What a way to lose a load of time. Did not think that through there. Just like dove to the inside, which wasn't a bad idea. The execution, however, pitiful. Right, let's keep going again. Slight short shift. It's not going to let me cut across the grass here, is it? Perfect rejoin. Why not? All the way to the back of the grid. Last to first challenge. That's exactly what we wanted. For God's sake, man! Every time! Every time! Why? Why? P12 it is then from the back of the grid now. How do you close 11.8 seconds? You don't. Not on this track and not from the back of the grid with traffic. That's the problem there. Racing from the back of the grid has you trying stupid things to get in front of people. Sometimes you just know a race is not your race, don't you? Yeah, that'll do it. Oh my god, gets worse. Baz, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Hope we are all good. What an absolute disaster this has turned out to be then. I quite fancied this bit of the section as it happens. Yep, nicely done. Clip that apex there. Beautiful. Wonderful stuff. Introducing a Joker lap on Gran Turismo. That'll do. Like the Sunderland game all over again. No, this is way more embarrassing. This is way more embarrassing. I think after all of this, though, I'm going to have to say I prefer the Ferrari. I know I've just had a nightmare race in this car, so it's easy for me to slag it off, but you just see there, it just doesn't have the bite, and look at that, it just doesn't have the turn-in that the Ferrari has. The front end on the Ferrari is actually so unbelievably good. Really, really good grip. Whereas this just doesn't seem to offer it up. You're constantly sliding the fronts, unless you're going to come off the power. But it doesn't really have that much of a, you know, acceleration benefit really over the Ferrari. You see, actually on most of the straights, out of a lot of the corners, we actually lose time unless we're mega early on the power. But you can't do that when you've understeered all your way through all of the corner. You see there, I mean, we're 115 mile an hour there when we start understeering. Whereas you can comfortably do that at 120 in the other cars that we've been in. Yeah, Ferrari's tail happy, but I like it. Same here, same here. Even if you short shift to be safe and still keep your foot planted, you're still gaining more time than you are in most of these other cars. Car's overrated. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of it, to be honest with you. At least in this particular BOP. The GTR is a great car, but I'm struggling with it on here, to be honest. Don't know if it would help going brake balance all the way to the rear is the only other thing that I can really think. I feel like I'm having to scrub way more speed off. The Porsche was better in the corners than what this is, and the Porsche really struggled. Why am I still driving? Well, I don't want to then quit and then win the race only because we've had our like DR reset. If I'm going to do the challenge, I want to try and do it properly. But I mean, what do we reckon? We could back out, try and just improve a quali time, get back in the Ferrari. Yeah, just look at the understeer. You can't keep your foot flat there. Whereas all those other cars, you definitely can. We're just Sort of losing, bleeding lap time here, really. Look at the understeer there. I've actually gone off track with the understeer. Yeah, I think this car's not for me. Not for me. Oh, James. Perfect timing. James O'Shea, welcome along, buddy. Thank you. Says never quit. We just did that. Yeah, I think your DR's not going to drop either way. Yep, well, it has. Right, back in the Rari. And let's go. This next one, I actually put in the, I think I put in the title of this video, race, stream ends when I win a race or I pass out. I'm genuinely, I ain't far from passing out. Yeah, you don't want bad SR at this track. This is it, exactly. Exactly. John saying the Chevy. I'm going to politely decline. Look at that. That's how a car turns into a corner. Oh, so much better. So much better. I'm going to politely decline on the Chevy, John, because I'm going to struggle, I think, either way, and the Ferrari is somewhat comfortable. There, look at that. See, we couldn't do that in the GTR. The GTR is good, but I think trying to get towards 118 lap times or below is just not, or is very difficult. You're working against the car rather than with it. Slight little moment there. That's all right, though. We'll take the penalty. I don't mind. I'm batting the Ferrari. I'm comfortable. What cars have I tried? I've tried the Ferrari. That was my personal favourite. I went in the Porsche. The Porsche is a little bit, struggles on the way into the corners under braking with lift-off oversteer. And then we've just tried the GTR there. The Corvette, I do like it, but let's give the Corvette a go. Fine, you've twisted my arm. Let's give it a go. Yeah, I am not doing the BRZ, that's for sure. Right. What did we say? Chevy. Apparently I don't have it. Do I have it? There it is there. Ha ha ha. Of course I have it. What's going on here? Select car from garage. That was really weird. Why was it doing that? Right, let's give this a go. If I'm not at an 18.3, which is where I was at in the other cars on kind of like first lap or two, if I'm not there, or if I really don't like it, I will politely sack it off. Actually, we're on the mediums here. Let's give it a go on the mediums, because ultimately, actually, this is as important as the softs. So we want to be a high 18 then on the mediums. Still better than the GTR on the mediums than what the GTR was on the softs in there. Oh, it's a bit nasty to try and turn there. Yeah, I know. Well, if you were listening, if any, that shows who was and wasn't listening. I said, oh no, we're on the mediums. And then I said, let's still give it a go, because it's just as important as the softs when it comes to the race. Let's see if we can get a high 18. Now, I'm going to have butchered that there. But still. Right, let's try the softs then. Right, this needs to be an 18-3, otherwise it's getting sacked off. One more lap, one more lap. It feels too boaty in those lower speed corners, to be honest. Oh, fuck. I'm going in the Ferrari. Right, Ferrari it is. Driving anything else but the guard car, there's a very good reason. I'm struggling with everything else. All of a sudden, the Ferrari, the oversteer of the Ferrari feels manageable now. Look at that! It just turns! It just actually goes where you want it to go. It's not scared of an apex, this thing. Love it. Right, 6/10 to find. Come on. finding the time back. Come on, we're finding the time back. We're still 2/10 down, but we were a bit more down and we're finding it back. Come on. The maturity of the chatter. Way too much curve there. Right, I'm really struggling on top overall quali pace here, to be honest. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm finding it so difficult. Oh, I was 3/10 up. 2 and a bit tenths up. Right, 2 more laps here. 18.1, still 3/10 slower than my previous fastest and best laps. 2/10 up there. Now we're talking. Come on. Get up. Do not lose this time now. Come on. Do not lose this time now. I'm nearly 3/10 up here. Come on. Lost nearly a tenth there now. .83, we're getting a bit closer to our fastest lap times now. That one's absolutely murdering the tyres, but all the better for it. Half a tenth up again, come on. Lost it. Lost it. No. Disaster. Disaster. A small improvement again on our time. That might be a new fastest. It is only just. Only just. What am I reading here? An entire recipe for something. Oh, come on. P2 here, guys. Right, serious soft or mediums. Soft or mediums, what do we do? If we go mediums, which is kind of what I want to do, we're opening ourselves up on a first lap, but if we can just try and stick with P1, but then at the same time we'll be pitting a little bit earlier, we could come out in traffic. G saying soft. I don't know. I'm inclined to go medium, but I think I'm going to regret this. I'm inclined to go medium, but I think I'm going to regret this. If I can just stay on him for the first lap or two, that's ideally what we want. Finish strong. I know. Come on. I'm struggling here. I've not had much to eat today. I genuinely am going lightheaded. Turns out I wasn't joking when I said race win. Stream ends when I get a race win or when I pass out. What do we think? What do we think? We're on the mediums here. Back in the comfortable Ferrari, the comfort of a good front end. So at least we know if we turn the car, it should head in the direction that we're turning the wheels. Come on. Please. Please. Race win. Race win. Race win. Swedish Dynamite in front. With an incredibly wide line in. Please do not be a penalty. That feels like it might be a penalty. Bit of contact from behind there. Quite a bit of contact from behind. He's still going to go for the move despite the contact. He's still going to go for the move. We're going to make sure he knows that he's trying to mess with us. And it ain't going to happen. Still on about a P1 within 8/10. Come on. It's race win or rage quit at this point. Right, Nismo. Oh, I thought he was going to work with us there. He's not. Mac's going to run on through as well there. Right, moment for Mac. We've got to get past here. Why have I gone to the outside? I've just watched him have that moment. Be so much slower on the straight, and I still try and decide to put it round the outside. More time lost again. Idiot! Properly concentrating now. Right, Nismo set fastest lap with a 19. I am of the impression that P1 is on the mediums as well, because he'd be setting much faster laps than that. His quali time was 3/10 quicker than ours. Oh no! That's going to be a penalty, that. Oh, that was the race leader binning it as well. Penalty for me, I think, though. Oh my god, I'm so lucky not to have a penalty there. I am so lucky not to have a penalty there. Right, I think for all of the bad luck and misfortune that we've had, that might have just all made up for it there. Right, 2.8 to the leader up ahead here. 2.8 to the leader. Mac trying the on-the-grass serving penalty trick. Going to have to stay behind him here, though, which is going to cost me even more time. Clean entry, clean entry. Yes, yes, that couldn't have been done much better. Come on. Onto the softs now. Onto the softs. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Be on till Easter. Yeah, exactly. Please, 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 please do not come into traffic. Please do not come out to traffic. It's a bit of traffic. There is a bit of traffic. There is a bit of traffic. I think we're clear. Come on. Come on. Come on. No mistakes, though. That's the other thing. Woohoo! .6. We're not going to take out the sort of 2 and a bit seconds on this lap on the undercut, but if it can just close us that gap a little bit. They're all on the mediums. They were all on the mediums. Damn it. Damn it. Right, we've just beat someone out of the pits there to our right. There's Nismo within 2 seconds. Mac right behind us there. .9, 1.7 to Nismo here. Swedish Dynamite was the provisional race leader, yeah? Or is it Nismo? Was Nismo the provisional leader? I think he was, wasn't he? Spanish Dynamite, Swedish Dynamite, not Spanish, was the one that had binned it. Yeah, right, we're racing him for the lead. Okay, here we go, come on. This is for the race win now. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Oh, Mac's gone. Thank God for that. Right, 1.9. .7, 1.8. He's breaking away a little bit there, but we're still trying our best to close. We're in the slipstream, I think, just. He's been it! Get in! Oh, come on! 4 laps though. Oh my god, I've gone very lightheaded after that. 4 laps. Do not bin it! I've gone deaf as well. Jesus, I give myself tinnitus. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I am locked in silent for the rest of this race now. I know that I'll bin it as well, exactly. Focus, I'm deaf now as well. Bill Sin. What are you so excited about? You'll bin it as well. Exactly. Come on. Don't get a penalty, don't get a penalty, don't get a penalty, God. Oh, got a penalty. Two laps left, come on. 2 laps left, 2 laps left, 2 laps left. Come on. Max closing in now because I'm really trying to focus on just being clean and not crashing. So he's definitely going to start closing in here. Gap's going to be below 1 second. He's got a really good run. He's closing here. Oh no! No! Oh my god. He does have P3 right behind him as well though. Which I can only hope is making him look behind him as well as in front. 8 tenths. Oh my god. Got to defend this now onto the final lap. 7 tenths. This is not an easy race, this, from here till the end of the race. This is not an easy race, this. Oh my god, somebody tell Mac that we need to end this stream. Somebody tell Mac that we need to just end this stream. He's within 3/10 now. I don't believe it. He's within 3/10 now. Someone else is going to come through here. Damn. Should have defended the inside. I know. Yeah. Wrong decision there. Wrong decision. Oh, man. Oh, Matt was in the Porsche there as well. I didn't even notice that. So he's got the run here. It's one of those, because it's a left-right chicane, it's like, do you defend the inside but then end up on at the outside on the next one? So I didn't want to defend this because I wanted to try and hold that line there. But I don't know if that's my fault, you know. I think that is just racing incident. Genuinely. Mac's gone to the inside. Let's look from our perspective here. Where else can we go there? We've made the contact with him, but where else can we go? We're right up to the line. You can't cut the chicane. Mac said in the chat at the end, he said, mate. Which I don't know if that means, mate, I'm sorry, or mate, what are you doing? But we've got nowhere else to go there. Racing incident, I agree. That's from our view there. That's all good racing. That one there, I've got nowhere else to go. Where else can I go? So I think that one's racing incident. That's unlucky, that. But, oh my God. We're not ending the stream yet then. Unbelievable. I think I want to have a look at the top time here. Yeah, he tried shutting the door. Didn't work for him. It's not really a place for an overtake. Yeah, it depends, doesn't it? It depends at what point do you manage to get alongside and, you know, at what point does the person attacking become defending and all the rest of it. But, yeah, a lot involved. A lot to try and pick apart from that one. Right, let's go. Well, literally top time in the world, 16.7. So I'm 1 second off the 1.1 seconds off the pace of that. Oh, man. Right, I'm really going to struggle to get anything else out of this lap time, I think. So we might as well just watch how these guys are doing it and see if there's anything that we can take into the race. All the way out wide there, look. That's really interesting. 120 as you're hitting turn 1. Definitely can't do that in the GTR. Wow. That is already just so much quicker. That's weird that they're not cutting the grass. I think the game now, after the last couple of updates, it's not worth cutting the grass or straight line in the corners as much as you would think, because it does seem to now slow you down way more than it is to drive further but stay on the tarmac. Yeah, it's just a mega lap, isn't it? It's what else do you really say about it? 160 as they hit the braking zone there. Second gear to get turned in. More or less still. The lowest that they go is like 85% throttle there. That's balmy. Whereas I'm lifting off altogether. But they're keeping it flat, short shifting. So let's go try and do that then. Right, back again in the Ferrari. I'm going to be honest, I genuinely am going dizzy and lightheaded. I've had hardly anything to eat today. My stomach is hurting. My head is hurting. But please let us win the next one. Please. Oh, we hit turn 1 at 120, like, I'm not going to lie. That was pretty nice. John saying 17.666. Let's aim for it. Let's aim for it. Lost all the time that I was up there. How is that even possible? Disaster. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my god, the next lobby that we're in is going to be even better as well. It's going to be even better. Mac had pretty good pace to close us there though, didn't he? I maybe just took those last 2 laps too easy, but I was so scared of binning it. But he was probably still going more above the average pace than we were going slower the average pace. That makes sense. He still had to be quick to catch us there. James saying wrong car. Oh, here we go. P3 again. Come on. Come on. I'm going medium. I'm going medium. Right, Bob's in this one. Closer as well. Nando Loris. A few people that we recognise. Few names that we recognise. Let's just stick to the sim racing and not the politics. Lars as well. Do you reckon that's Lars from Metallica? If only. We've driven like Lars plays drums today. Right, come on, Em. This is going to have to be the last race of the stream. Genuinely, I am so tired. It's unbelievable. Oh, come on. Please, 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 please. Please, come on. Come on. Wake up. Jeez, 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 jeez. Come on. Right. No messing about now. I think that pretty much everybody now is always starting on the mediums. And I think the guys at the front, as much as they would normally start on the soft, they're realising that even P2, 3, 4 is all starting on mediums. So I'm going to presume that these guys are as well. We've got a Porsche and a Porsche in front of us. However, the Italian is going to beat the German today. The Ferrari is going to show them what's what. Come on. Starting on the mediums. Let's assume that these guys are as well. Closing on to the back of them already. Come on. Brilliant. Brilliant. See you all on next week or whenever it'll be. Fucking hell, man. That first move was not great by me. I ran a little bit too wide of the apex there, but I backed off and moved across for him to get back through, and he's just decided to wipe us out instead. So that's that. Fucking fantastic. Right, catch you all whenever it'll be. Later in the week, I think, potentially, maybe, who knows. I wish I didn't rage quit that one now. I'm actually more annoyed that I've done that. So frustrating. Yeah, I'm going to struggle. I said at the start of the stream, there's no getting away from the fact now that, like, business-wise for us, is really, really difficult time at the moment. We've lost loads of work, loads of money. loads of stuff that's kind of gone wrong. So I'm really struggling to, or I just have to dedicate now every single minute that I've got to trying to keep the business afloat, like pretty much that extreme. So I don't think that I'm going to manage to get any, just like videos and all that sort of stuff, all the stuff that I used to be really, really, really like excited to get out for the channel. I'm not really going to have that much time to. So I really wanted to make the most of tonight's stream, because I think the Monday night stream is the only real thing that I'm going to be able to do and have the time for and look forward to. So I really wanted to make the most of tonight's stream. I'm gutted that we've ended it with that, but it is what it is. Yeah, it could have been a lot better, but never mind. Coat Rubber Post Office in Sunderland. Yeah, I don't think they hold much money. A few bars of chocolate, that might be about it. So I'll try my very best to like get back on in terms of streams. I always say that, I never really do. Even more so now, probably definitely not. But we definitely be back next Monday. No sim racing, no life. This is it, exactly. This is genuinely the one thing now that I actually really look forward to every Monday. Everything else that's on the list, I normally like a bit of a slog, but Monday night streams is like the highlight of the week every week, even the bad ones. But yeah, so I've got to focus on that for the time being. Monday night streams will continue, but that'll probably be about it until we get back up and running on the business side of stuff. So we'll leave it there. I'll catch you all in a little bit. Thank you so much. Massive, massive thank you genuinely for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't done so already, and we will end it there before I do pass out. There we go. Catch you all in a little bit. Toodles. Wrong one. Press the wrong button. Oh no.